Fans have brought up a big name that Roman Reigns is yet to defeat, so we'll see what's going on there. We'll also see what's going on with Paul Heyman, Liv Morgan, and much more. Starting things off with Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan is coming off a big SmackDown win over Sasha Banks. Liv and Sasha's match was just under 10 minutes long, but it got a lot of praise from the fans for being pretty spectacular given the small amount of time for the match. It was a big win for Liv's current storyline with Sasha and Naomi, and a big win for Liv's whole career in general. A big win like that over a multiple-time world champion and former WrestleMania main eventer like Sasha Banks will definitely go a long way for Liv Morgan. Speaking of Liv, she was also in the news because of a WWE auction that was recently going on. WWE was auctioning off Liv Morgan's WrestleMania 38 entrance whip. The auction was open for a few days, but quickly spiked up at the last second and sold for well over $5,000. As far as what's next for Liv Morgan, she seems to be in the final stages for her tag team with Rhea Ripley, with rumors of Rhea on her way of joining Edge and cracks already showing amongst the team. Another heartbreak could be coming Liv's way if Rhea does turn out to leave her side. If that's how things go down, it'll be up to Liv to either find a new tag team partner or try to focus her attention on getting back to the Raw Women's title picture. So we'll see what goes on there for Liv Morgan. One of the most popular topics amongst the fans right now is how having a manager may take Ronda Rousey to that next level. Not just any manager, but more specifically Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman and Ronda Rousey aren't strangers at all. They're the complete opposite. They're extremely close friends. Heyman has even said on multiple occasions that he has worked a lot with Ronda Rousey behind the scenes for some of her WWE-related work. When Ronda was absent from WWE for 3 years, a lot of interviewers asked Heyman for some updates on Ronda's situation, since he was so close to her, and Heyman would often throw little hints out about Ronda's status. Well, Paul Heyman was recently speaking with sports media and talked about how he would like to work with Ronda and Charlotte, and gave some insight to that entire feud. He had this to say during that interview, quote, "I also think that Charlotte Flair is a dramatically underutilized talent, both by WWE but also by Charlotte Flair. I don't think she understands just how great she is. I don't think that's a skill set that someone can be taught without hands-on experience. Together with synergy, professional intimacy, and trust. And again, it's about the method. But if I were to be able to perform with her, I think I could bring something out of Charlotte, a level of greatness that she can achieve on her own, and nobody can achieve it. Roman Reigns couldn't even achieve the tribal chief on his own. The same goes for Ronda Rousey. There are things about Ronda Rousey that are so ahead of the curve, that are so beyond anybody's ability to even fathom how great she can be, and there's no way that she can reach that on her own. She needs someone to bounce off. She needs someone to perform with. An actor doing a monologue will never be as great. I don't care if it's Laurence Olivier doing Othello in the Park. He's never going to be as great if he's opposed against, or doing a scene with another performer that can bring something out of Olivier that he can't bring out of himself. So with that in mind, a chance to work with Ronda Rousey, whose whole life has been predicted on breaking barriers and smashing through glass ceilings, and reaching levels that no one else on the history of the face of the planet, male, female, or any other gender, that we care to identify, has ever reached in their entire life, or will. Oh my god. Selfishly, I would love to see what she can bring out of my performance, so yes, I would love to work with Ronda Rousey. Working with her behind the scenes is just beyond inspirational, because there's a strive for greatness that lives within Ronda that you just have to acknowledge every time you're around her." End quote. Heyman went on to say that if Roman Reigns was to take a year off right now and WWE wanted him to stick around, he would ask to be paired with Ronda Rousey. So it's very interesting to think about the possibility of Ronda and Heyman linking up. Like Heyman said, you just look at what they're able to create together for Roman Reigns. He knows that greater things are in there for both Ronda and Charlotte, but says that they won't be able to find it themselves. They need someone to help them discover it, just like how Heyman did it for Roman. Heyman used to manage 3 or 4 superstars at a time during the early 2010s. Heyman had CM Punk, Brock Lesnar, Curtis Axel, Cesaro, and more under his wing for brief amounts of time back in those days, and did his best to bring out the best in each of those stars. Nowadays, Heyman is dedicated solely to Roman Reigns and continues to bring the best out of Roman. Will the opportunity ever come up for Paul Heyman and Ronda Rousey to link up? That's going to be the big unanswered question for a long time, but for Heyman to take care of all the talking and really paint Ronda Rousey in this greater light, like he already has the vision for, would be very interesting to see play out. How would Ronda Rousey truly look under Paul Heyman's management and guidance on screen? Heyman appears to be extremely down with the idea, but only time will tell if this idea ever comes to light. Now let's get into a popular fan theory for Roman Reigns that's quickly gaining momentum. Roman still has Nakamura, Drew McIntyre, and Cody Rhodes as some of his big potential opponents in the immediate future. But everyone knows that this list of opponents will continue to get shorter and shorter as Roman's title reign rolls on. But some fans have brought up one big name that Roman has yet to face that would be a huge opponent for him, and that individual is Randy Orton. Now this is interesting because yes, Randy Orton did slip out of some fans' minds. He is a huge potential opponent for Roman Reigns to face, especially with Roman Reigns now being on both brands. That opens up the door for him to eventually cross paths with Randy Orton down the line. Roman Reigns and Randy Orton were originally set to meet at Survivor Series 2020. They started teasing and advertising that matchup, but then Drew McIntyre won the WWE title back from Orton, and that match was then changed to McIntyre versus Reigns. So we never saw Reigns versus Orton happen at all during this historic title reign for Roman Reigns. Maybe we'll get the opportunity to see that match again in the near future, but it was a great point that was brought up by the fans. Orton is right there as a fresh opponent for Roman. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.